One of the hotter topics in educational technology this year is adaptive learning. It seems that there's a lot of promise to actually focusing the learning content and activities on the learner's needs themselves, as opposed to taking a fits all or factory model that we've tended to do within our courses over the years. Despite this promise, there's a lot of hype built in, as we seem to almost be looking for a silver bullet. Plug in these inputs and get a magical answer for every student. I think that it would be more useful if people understood a framework of adaptive learning. One way to look at this is to say the first level is differentiated learning pathways. And the idea is that you have more than one pathway for a student to take within a course. There might be a many to many relationship here where, say, there are 3 or 4 different learning pathways within a course of 30 students. But the students or the faculty get to choose what's the appropriate pathway for a student. So there's some variation and some choices available. A next level down, you could look at this as personalized learning. And the idea there is to take the same concept but turn it into a one-for-one relationship between the pathway and the student. Each student presumably would have their own pathway that could be designed at the front by faculty or by the student, but it's a one-for-one relationship. The concept of adaptive learning takes us one step further in saying not only is there a one-for-one relationship with the student, but we can adapt the content and adapt the activities and the learning outcomes based upon the student's work in the course so far. So it adapts to the learner's needs, presumably. But even there's a little bit of variation where some of this adaptation could happen by a black box algorithm, or it could happen by presenting information back to the student and to the faculty member to allow them to select how to adjust their learning pathway. Looking at this framework, if you will, of different choices would be a beneficial way, in my opinion, for schools or faculty to start getting into the concept of focusing on the learner rather than just looking at one big step to a fully adaptive system automatically determined by a black box algorithm. There are different steps along the way, and this would be helpful for us to move beyond the hype of adaptive learning and actually find more usable results from it within a course.